Introducing the all-new Corolla.
The Chief Justice sent letters to the governor and the speaker, and what he's doing is asking for help so that we can pay our marshals and probation officers, 112 of them, up to the same level that all of the executive branch law enforcement officers are going to be paid.
In his letter to Governor Eddie Calvo and Speaker Judy Wonpet last Friday, Chief Justice Philip Carbolito said the Judiciary of Guam has already made partial payments to its court marshals and probation officers the back pay they were entitled to. This was paid using their own funds and through cost-saving measures. However, Judiciary spokesman Josh Tenorio says that it only accounted for half, or about 20%, of back pay.
So what has been done is, several weeks ago, we went and identified and maximized all available funds to pay about half of the amount of back compensation owed to the law enforcement officers. Same thing that the executive branch has done, except the executive branch is also now raising, beginning this coming pay period and prospectively, all of the salaries of the executive branch, policemen, firemen, customs, corrections officers, all of them up, and deservedly so, to the 40% level.
So what this means, he explains, is that while law enforcement officers with the Guam Police Department, Guam Fire Department, Department of Corrections, and Guam Customs get a 40% adjustment, those at the Judiciary of Guam are only getting 20%. To fulfill the entire 40%,
in order to get that done, we need an appropriation or a transfer of $900,000 so that we can bring our law enforcement officers, the marshals and probation officers, prospectively going forward.
Tenorio says if they were to get that additional $900,000, it would carry them through the rest of the fiscal year or the next 20 pay periods.
Right now, I know that some of the informal communications have been, well, why don't you pay this with your own funds? Mm-hmm. And so if we are going to do that, and taking a look at that, what that would mean is about $900,000 is about what our payroll cost for us. So if we do that, potentially we would short ourselves at the end of the fiscal year in that last pay period, and perhaps we would have to shut our doors as a worst case scenario.
So what are the options they have left? Tenorio says there are two ways this can happen. Either the governor authorizes the transfer of the funds directly to the judiciary, or... And
if that's not going to be the case, then, the legislature has an opportunity also to aid us through appropriations. Either way, it's going to take, for this issue to be resolved, really a cohesive, government-wide solution. And I think it's a government-wide problem.
Ultimately, he says, it's all about equality. Whether they're in the executive branch or the judicial branch of government, there is only one criminal justice system.
And so I think it's important to note that, we're looking at this as an issue of equity. There's a disparity now in pay that is going to be experienced by the judiciary law enforcement officers, and we're part of the same criminal justice system. So we feel it's very important that we need to get ahead of this.